Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the counselor. Can we go ahead and introduce ourselves?
Well, hi, I'm Micah. I believe we spoke earlier.
Okay, nice to meet you. And these are your kids?
Yes, this is Kevin. He's 8. He's 8, she's 6.
Oh, it's nice to meet you guys. Well, we're just gonna talk about some things, get to know one another. Just as an open space, and I hope that you feel comfortable sharing whatever you want with me. And it's all confidential, unless you are thinking about harming yourself or someone else. But other than that, everything here stays in here, and we're gonna work on some stuff and make a positive atmosphere. Does that sound okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Miss Micah, tell me about yourself a little bit.
I have lived here all my life, and their father passed away a few years ago. He passed away of AIDS, and I'm HIV positive.
Okay.
And what really brought us here, I know that DFACS has been talking to you a little bit about a little minor fire that happened in our house, and I know they've been on my case a lot, and I just want to assure you that everything's really fine in our house, and I have it a lot under control.
Okay, so why don't I get your story about what type of fire happened at your house?
Well, one Saturday, Mommy was gone, and I found some matches, and I was playing with them in my treehouse, and I dropped one, and the treehouse just kind of caught on fire.
Okay, where did you get the matches from, Kevin?
They're in a drawer in the kitchen.
Okay. Are the matches? I guess he can reach them. Obviously, he's tall enough now.
Yeah, I had forgotten that those were there. Those must have been from a previous friend who stayed with us and left them there. So I wasn't aware they were there because I don't use matches. So that was my fault that I didn't know they were there. But Kevin knows about fire safety, so he knows not to play with those. So he has been punished for that.
Oh, okay. I see. Did anybody get hurt in the fire or anything else?
No, I ran away, and Katie was in the house, so nobody got hurt.
Okay. Did you guys call 911? It said the fire department had to come put it out.
Well, I ran to the people next door and told them that it was on fire, and they let down the window, and they started freaking out. And they called 911 and said that the tree house was on fire, and the family came in.
Oh, well, that was very smart of you to go over there and get some help. Where were you when the fire happened?
I was at a friend's in the neighborhood in another apartment complex.
Okay.
And it was just for a brief time, and I really never have to do this, but my friend had an emergency that I had to go help her with. And I thought Katie was sleeping because it was early in the morning, and Kevin, he's 8, usually he just comes and watches cartoons Saturday morning, so, and I know that I shouldn't leave my 6-year-old alone, but it really was really brief, and I really was very close, and we're close with our neighbors around us, so I didn't think it would be such a problem.
Oh, yeah. That's understandable. That would be tough. Well, we'll come back to that, but why don't they tell me about school? And do you guys like your school?
School's really hard.
What's hard about it?
My teacher's nice, but I don't really understand what she's saying, so I get bullied by the other kids sometimes.
And I called the school to ask them to help her a little bit with this, and they really have gotten no response. I mean, she comes home crying every day and doesn't want to go to school, and it's really hard to make her go when she's not getting help from the teachers and the kids are mean to her.
That's
I
very
like staying home
understandable.
with mommy.
Have you talked to the counselor there at the school, or just the teachers?
I don't know who I talked to. I don't know if it was their principal or what, but I made a call and said that I was really worried about her, but they really have not gone back to me.
Okay, well maybe we can try and come up with some sort of plan to try and get into contact with somebody so that doesn't happen to Katie anymore.
Yeah, she needs something because, not to compare, but when Kevin was this age, she wasn't having these things.
Okay. How's school for you, Kevin?
It's good. I do pretty well in school. I mean, my teacher always says that I do good, and she puts stickers on all my papers.
That's great.
But I don't get to play during PE or recess, and so I don't really like that.
Why don't you get to play with the other kids?
Well, sometimes when I run too hard, I can't breathe, and my teacher has to like run and like give me an inhaler, and it scares everybody, and so they just tell me that I don't need to run and play around like everybody else does.
So what do you do when everyone else plays?
Usually I just sit and talk to my teacher, or I read a book.
Kevin Ted has one. He was really young.
I wonder, I'm not a medical specialist, but I wonder if there's some kind of medicine that you can take that could help you with that, or like some kind of prevention type of thing.
Yeah, we're having a hard time. He needs to see a specialist, but none of the specialists really accept Medicaid, so he really isn't getting the proper medical care.
Okay. Well, I might have some resources. I'll have to look up some. Maybe the next time we meet, I can try and help you with that.
That'd be great.
That's okay. So no one was hurt during the fire. Have they taken any extra, like more precautionary measures with the neglect issue that they talked to you about?
Yes, I've been going to some parenting classes, but I've kind of had some struggles of my own. Like I said, I have HIV, so I have some health problems, and I've been doing this on my own. So I think they're kind of expecting a little bit too much of me in regards to what I have time for, if I want to work and be home with the kids. So, and they've connected me with some other programs to help me, but I'm really ready for this all to be over and not have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah. I meant to ask this at the beginning, but since you're required to come to counseling with the whole situation, have you ever had counseling before, or how do you feel about it?
I have before, but I have never got the kids.
Okay. Does it feel okay in here to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be here?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be here as long as they like being here, I'll be here.
Well, great. We have a lot of stuff to work on.
It's fun to take the bus.
It's fun to take the bus here. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to get here. I know you have some difficult transportation issues. And you work where do you work?
I work at the convenience store a few blocks away.
Okay. How long have you worked there?
I've been there for about 3 months.
Do you like it? Or what do you do?
I work at the cashier.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not the most flexible with them, and with all of these new things I have to go to, it's not super flexible, so I don't know how long I'll be able to keep the job.
Yeah. Well, we can work around your schedule to do counseling, so we can work on that, and hopefully that'll be one less thing you have to stress about. I read in your file, you can talk to me a little bit about it, said that you had some previous issues with substance abuse. Are you still facing those issues, or?
It depends, not right now, but when the fire happened, I was having some problems with it as well, so my DMAX worker is also spoken to me about that.
Okay.
And trying to connect me with some programs, some other resources.
Do you want to stop? Is that something you want?
Yes, for sure. It's just hard when my husband passed away and when all the stress was happening, it was easy to turn to.
How did your husband die?
He also had AIDS and
Well, I'm glad that we got to know each other so well, so fast. It was really great meeting you guys, and I hope that we can continue to work on all these different issues, and we can work together, and it'll just be positive, and we'll help each other out. Does that sound great?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the kids really liked it. So
Okay. It was so nice to meet you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.